starting with Warrington. Well, it's as full strength as it gets for Sam Burgess. Roderick Tyers come into the centres and made a big impression, but it is that pack, Paul Vaughan, James Harrison in the front row with Danny Walker at hooker that could cause Wigan plenty of problems. As for Wigan, a couple of enforced changes for Matt Peat. Zach Eckersley comes in for Adam Kieran, only his 20th senior appearance. Well, there's no Tyler Dupree, but Wigan, if they're stacked with anything, it's big front rowers, and they've got plenty. So the final moments, Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble, Chris Kendall is our referee for this one. And the video referee is Liam Moore. The two touch judges, Richard Thompson and Jonathan Roberts. Last moments before that whistle sounds and we get underway. And the coaches now have got, they have said their piece. It is a funny situation, isn't it?
Well, it's down to the champions on the field now. Down to the challenge that they've got, that they've practiced for all week. They can't wait for this kick-off. All the pageantry's great, they're walking around, but I just remember one thing, we just get this game on.
Hey, this is where you want to be. Now, you play sport to play at these occasions, so you have to have composure, discipline, and the top 2 inches, because, you know, this could be a hell of a game.
And Wembley, there is colour everywhere. You've got primrose and blue behind one set of posts, cherry and white behind the other. And we will kick off on the mark of 15:07, a significant time because it represents the 7 worn by Rob Burrow. And this final will hopefully be the fitting tribute to the great player and the great personality that was Rob Burrow, beloved by the rugby league community, and then the wider public came to love him too, as he dedicated his life to opening up the story about motor neurone disease. So a few problems with the match ball, so we might not quite kick off on time. Well, Chris Kendall making sure that ball goes off, and very shortly the 2024 Betfred Challenge Cup final will get underway. 20 times winners Wigan, 9-time winners Warrington. The talking, well, not in our case at least, but for the rest of the rugby league population, is over. And the cup final is about to begin. So just a reminder alongside me for this one, Great Britain international Jonathan Davis in his day, former Warrington player, former Wigan coach, and Great Britain, of course, Brian Noble.
And we have lift-off, Matt.
We certainly do. Maybe a tone setter. What are we anticipating?
Well, I think it'd be tight early on, and I think that we haven't mentioned much, our commentary team haven't mentioned much, the kicking game. 2 outstanding kickers, Smith and Williams. Drinkwater will feature in that as well. And when you get tight games and his energy all flying around, you've got to kick the ball really well.
Yeah, I think it's discipline as well. You know, we know how important discipline is. Once you give penalties away, you give field position away and attacking opportunities. Good early set by Warrington. But as John Wilkins said, Wigan have got a massive pack of forwards. But I've enjoyed the way Warrington have played. They played a little bit wider, so they'll have to move the big Wigan pack around and hopefully, you know, expose them on the outside.
Yeah, you can almost sense that's part of the game plan. Toby King won a grand final with Wigan last season. Welcome back into the Warrington fold under Sam Burgess. And a great atmosphere. Don't forget, 7 minutes in, we're going to have that applause. But meanwhile, no lack of intensity on the pitch.
I'm not sure of it. I want to see this again because I think he slipped into him. I don't think they could do anything. So we talk about you know, the discipline. Let's have a look.
He's slipping, Josh Steelis, isn't he?
Oh, he's slipping, he's going down.
He's got a swinging right arm, Cooper has, but he's going down, and I think, you know,
that's a harsh penalty.
It's a harsh penalty.
I don't know what he does there, Cooper. He's trying to wrap him up and get him round and catch him, and he slipped. Get on with the game. Given a penalty to the referee. Early break for Warrington. Good job, Thewlis is all right.
I can't believe this is happening. I think they're going to sin bin him.
No way.
I think he is.
Chris Kendall.
I heard the video referee say, I think he needs a yellow card. This will be very interesting. This is what Chris Kendall does.
There is mitigation that he has fallen, but there is a lot of force in that. There's a little bit of a swing as well. It's 10 minutes in the bin.
That's ridiculous.
Well, there we are. Chris Kendall has made his call. Whether it was a refereeing team's decision or not, Matt Pete, nonplussed. Mike Cooper will make his way to the bin for 10.
Well, the referee reflected on the fact that there's force in that. Of course there's force in that. He's trying to stop the bloke coming the other way.
Just watch it now. Look how low he goes. Right? He's going to wrap his arm around. He makes contact, and we're all about player safety, but sometimes you have rugby collisions, and he runs into that ankle. He tackles him properly with the arm and shoulder. Well, it's a bit of luck for Warrington there. They've got to make the most of it now.
Yeah, they're wasting no time. Ty looking to get on the outside here. He's got some gas. So is Thewlis. The ball squirts loose. Wigan repel the raid.
Early nerves and excitement, moving the ball. Ty trying to find a play at the end there. Marshall comes up with it, and it's all on.
There's a high shot. There's a high shot there as well. So this will be interesting to see if there's consistency in the referees or all the officials, because the call came from the video referee. Let's see what he does with this. It's Liam Marshall cops one, I think. As we said, you have to have composure.
Well, let's have a look.
It's almost become tit for tat, hasn't it? Pantomime tit for tat from the fans. You know, they've seen one sin bin, they want another.
What's sauce for the goose? What's sauce for the goose?
What was that there? Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Matt Duffy. Matt Duffy!
well, Matt Duffy's been called over, so I think, well,
Yeah,
here we go.
he's off again. And I can't believe, right, it's in the context of the game. You can't do tit for tat. If one is yellow, the other one might not be yellow. But purely because of the first decision, he's going to do the same.
Right, there we go. Another sin binning, 2 inside 3 minutes.
Well, they're both wrong for me. It's the start of a game. There's no foul play intended. He's slipped up above there. Hasn't even the head. It's got over his head. Keep players on the field.
Yeah, if he doesn't, if there's no yellow card from the video referee in the first incident, that is not a yellow card as well. So for me, it's 2 penalties, if that, then play on.
So 12 on 12. And that's at least for the next 8 or so minutes. So Wigan penalty for the high shot.
I'd have to ask Brian now, is it easier to being a forward off or the full back off? Which is the bigger differences?
Well, the full back, they've got some decent credentials as Shieldless as a full back, so they've got cover of the full back. I think coping with the extra man missing is in an energy effort and working in and around the ruck. Wigan being a forward down, I think it's a marginal difference. I think it's a tactical difference in respect of who they're going to put at full-back Warrington.
So Kate Ellis slugs it up for Wigan. Duffy Rufel. French onto Nsemba, who promises plenty. He's got all the tools physically to cause some problems here. Smith. Field injects himself. Scramble that time for Williams.
Tell you, that's when Curry is good, because he had the pace to cover field. They didn't have to step in.
Smith hooks her. Oh, it's almost a box kick into that corner, isn't it? Good chase though by Marshall.
Brilliant catch.
Great catch. Not where he was expected to be the first 10 minutes. At full back, Thewlis, but claims it cleanly.
Brilliant. He's played there a fair bit, Jiffy, so he won't struggle too much. I think it's interesting that Warrington are really trying to get at Smith, the Wigan kicker, put him under pressure.
They have to. He's such a good kicker. You can't give him the time.
Ashton leading the breakout here for Warrington. Vaughan, pack leader. Big Australian forward. Danny Walker finds Drinkwater inside Wigan territory. Last tackle.
Junior, you're not square.
Williams. Oh, he's run it here. Harrison. Put back inside.
Use offside, George Williams.
And now Wigan can
here we
bring
go.
out Miski. Scampering room from the Lebanon international.
What a start.
Talk about end-to-end.
There's a fair League of Nations out there. Papua New Guinea representing Roderick Tai. Abbas Miski representing Lebanon. A few Aussies, Samoans. Plenty of British talent as well. French onto Nsemba. Well, that clock says 6 minutes, but the applause is on. So maybe they believe it is the 7th minute. But either way, 7 minutes, and the kick in towards that corner. So the crowd have risen for Rob Burrow.
Oh, take a breath.
And the 7 minute mark is up around the ground. And so that is why there is applause for Rob Burrow. And it looks, from our clock at least, a little premature, but either way, stirring moment, a touching moment. But the game continues, and it's Warrington.
Amazing tribute.
We have a play the ball inside their own 10, but all of Wembley, 2 in number, to a person, are clapping and remembering the life of Rob Burrow. So there we go. Penalty though, meanwhile, for Warrington.
Tell you what, that little kick again, the grubber to the corner, the bounce just favours Warrington there. Clever little kick.
Well, it'll be a subtlety, Jiffy, a kick or a sleight of hand that's going to separate these two teams.
Fine.
So
Move, Junior!
Warrington edging towards halfway. Walker to Harrison.
They've been far more direct in this game, haven't they? Just one up and they're taking it forward. Warrington used to be the pass, one pass, but they're just very confident start, making good yardage.
Free. Don't go out there. Go free.
So Walker swings left. Williams. Neat footwork from him. Still hasn't been snared. Drinkwater. Harrison winding up here. Warrington in range. Walker is the orchestrator. Curry pops the pass.
Oh, great scramble from Wigan. Had to be as well.
Great tackle.
Boy, it would mean a lot for Danny Walker. Boyhood Warrington fan. And then offside, I think they jumped the gun here. Did Wigan.
Another set of 6 coming up here.
I reckon he might go for goal, Jiffy.
Yeah, it might settle their nerves. Might settle it. Let's have a look.
Farrell and Field.
So for all money, Walker was over there, wasn't he, on the replay?
Yeah.
The referee adjudicated both Jay Field and Liam Farrell were offside.
I think Kate Ellis hit them. Great tackle.
Well, just on the sin bins, I mean, they talk of the referees have got the terminology wrong. They talk about a forceful tackle. You actually expect your players to be forceful. What they want them to do, a marshmallow tackle.
Yeah.
It's intent, isn't it? If it's intent for foul play and it's intent to be overly aggressive in the wrong way, cool.
One slips down. You know, the first one, it's a rugby contact for me, and 2. And because of that, he's gone with consistency. You've got to send the other one off, you know, which is, for me, I think they're both wrong.
So amidst this, Josh Thulis is about to have a crack at this one. For Warrington to take them in front here at Wembley. First points go the way of the wire, and it's from Josh Thulis' boot. Narrow advantage for Sam Burgess' side.
Well, it's a great start, isn't it? Energy, excitement, breaks, moving the ball to the right, moving the ball through the middle, bashing each other in the middle, kicking well. Super game we got in hand here.
Stay behind. Yeah,
So Harry Smith
okay, Harry. Yeah, it's all right.
set to give this one a bit of airtime. And Matty Ashton will take that right back from where it came from.
Brad, 10 metres.
Wingers in the modern game very much used as those early tone setters in a set, although it's Harrison this time, the front rower here for Warrington. Curry.
Bird. Move now, Luke Thompson.
Matt Cooper about to come back, so just shows you how early on it was that he actually left the field.
Don't go early, Brad. Wait with me. Go for.
Vaughan.
He gets pace up quickly, doesn't he, Vaughan? He covers those first 5 yards quickly for a big man.
Go, that's you, Paul. 5.
Very athletic.
Ben, Danny,
Front
give
rower.
10.
Kick
Everyone
launched.
give 10.
Field underneath it.
Play on. Offside.
It's a little less aggressive
danger.
chase, and oof,
Yeah.
that was reaching.
He's going to enjoy this pitch, let me tell you. Field and Bevan, as much as Dufty and Ashton are as well, if they get open space.
Move now. Get square.
Yeah,
Don't
when
go early,
Matt
don't go
Dufty
early.
obviously returns
Go
from the
two.
sin bin, it's an early setback for both teams, but let's hope from here on in
Bird.
we can keep everybody on the
Don't go
pitch.
early.
Last
Go free.
tackle, is it? No, early in the set, this one.
Free. It's fine. Offload.
Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble alongside me here for this one. O'Neill, French, Zach Eckersley. Only his 4th appearance of the season for Wigan. Dad Chris played for Warrington back in the day.
Great pass.
Smith opening it up now. Farrell. Field comes in. Roderick.
Oh, that was an intercept.
Oh, so close.
I tell you what, I thought Wigan were in first, and then the intercept was on.
It's the last tackle turnover.
Ty catches that, he is in, because all the Wigan speedsters were on the attack. And looking back, you will think he should have caught that. That was an opportunity for
I think
Warrington.
it touched the Wigan hand there, but
Yeah.
it didn't.
I think it was a forward pass as well, so he had a free play at it. Oof.
Warrington have got it anyway, and Roderick Ty took that ball up. Ashton now seeking space, and Sember ensures that there's no progress made. Dufty not far away from making a return and bringing us all back to full complement here.
Go free.
Only 12 miles between the two clubs.
4.
Regular fixtures of the end of season shake-up. Only the second Challenge Cup final the two teams have played in. Williams against each other, that is.
5. Move back.
Last
Go.
one.
Don't go early. Go 5. Paul.
As Drinkwater's left foot. Field underneath it. Into the arm wrestle, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's hard to separate these two teams. You see half breaks here, there and everywhere. A feature on the kicking game. The moment Drinkwater sharing that role for Warrington with his left foot.
I think Marky Pete mentioned it before the game about having a choice of kickers. Now Bevan French is helping Harry Smith, and it's very, very similar with lost the ball, big mistake. But they'll have 2 kickers in the Warrington side as well, so very difficult to just put a lot of pressure on one kicker.
So Warrington scrum here, and there was a little bit of afters just for a moment between Brad O'Neill, but Paul Vaughan came in and just mopped any of that up. Not happy with Josh Drinkwater, I don't think, but
Well, I think it was a young boy, Eckersley, wasn't it, that dropped the ball, so they'll be trying to put him a little bit further off his game, saying you're in the big stage now, you're at the circus, son.
And Wigan have conceded 3 penalties, really, which has given Warrington better field position at the moment.
And they've got 4 and 3 split, although they've managed to scramble well from the scrum. Williams looking to get away, but they swarm him. Those Wigan players, it's a loose offload, which is pouched. Nicholson that time, NRL bound. Williams to Vaughan. Great shot. Harry Smith.
Wait here, Brad. Go 2.
Walker.
2.
And then the bread basket that time from Curry.
Wait, go 3.
Edging forward into an attacking position now. Walker. Here's a threat.
Move now. It's a wrap, that. Wait here.
With the run. As Warrington have an attacking position here. Curry. Short ball for Harrison. Last tackle. Scored in 1895 Cup final.
Great
for
tackle.
Featherstone, but Wigan show their mettle.
I tell you what, that's a brilliant tackle by Field. Cut him down. Just watch his tackle. Goes low, bang, just drops him.
Two blokes not generally renowned for their defensive activities. Field and French being axed by Field and French. Never mind run around. Great tackles.
10 metres, George.
Getting their own back collectively.
Yeah. I think it's a big set for Wigan here. Great drive, Marshall. They need to get a little bit up, very far upfield, take a bit of pressure off them.
Yeah, 2.
Brad O'Neill is the player with the ball in hand here for Wigan. The Leaborn hooker managed to wrest the spot away from Sam Powell, who is on the Warrington side this afternoon on the bench.
Oh, no,
And a penalty for Wigan here.
Well, it was George Williams that was offside, and the ref called him as well, and he hasn't got back. I just thought I saw a little bit of tardiness from the Warrington side in the way that they were getting back with the strength of the Wigan carries. Now we have the challenge.
Yeah.
Wigan in an attacking place.
First real opportunity for Wigan.
So far, both sides showing each other that they're going to have to work hard for points, but Mike Cooper's stride forward has defenders scrambling. Bumpers up from Thompson.
10 metres.
Wigan edging closer, ominously so. Smith, now French. Oh, they wrapped him, and they had 2-2. O'Neill snared that time by Paul Vaughan. Cade Ellis turned back to Thompson. More heavy traffic here for Warrington.
Harry Smith.
It's in French's hands. Pokes the kick. Eckersley! What a way to mark a Challenge Cup final appearance. Or maybe brought into the side in the absence of Adam Kieran, and he might just have scored for Wigan. But Liam Moore will take a look at this one. Chris Kendall says, try on-field decision over to Liam Moore.
I've also got a pull back, so if it isn't a try for grounding, I have a penalty try.
So you can see he has both feet behind the ball, so playing at that point. So we're looking at the grounding now. So the might want to try on the grounding. Back and look at the potential pullback. So let's go on the grounding, please. Eddie Brangle, just to confirm that, we'll finish on the grounding. So real slow on this, please. Real slow. Just go slow on this angle, just pause it on the grounding, please, where the ball is on the ground. Go real slow. You can see he's taking possession at this point. Taking possession, and the ball is grounded. I've made my decision.
It's not foul play. I'll talk to him.
So Wigan fans, I think they know what's coming. Try for Zach Eckersley. Only his second in Wigan colours. Only his 20th senior appearance. Zach Eckersley brought into the side, and he has taken the occasion by the scruff of the neck for Wigan.
Well, brilliant from Eckersley to finish the play. Keep pushing on through. Great kick from Bevan French. We expected Harry Smith to run the complete show. They found an opportunity here to the right, and there's nobody in the pitch and nobody in the frame to clean that up except Eckersley.
I think Dufty's overread it. He thinks that the ball's going to Harry Smith on the other side. He's first man on the right-hand side defending. He's too far across. There's nothing the centre and wing can do about that because the kick is so precise. The full-back had to be there, but he overread the position by going on Smith's side. He's got to stand in midfield.
Well, if that's a coaching element, take a bow, Matty Pete. If they're expecting Smith to get the ball and you go the other way, he did mention the fact that you like to have two kickers, and they found an opportunity there with French.
Yeah, I just seem, you have to edge your bets a little bit and not jump the gun. You've got to stay behind the play of the ball and then follow where the ball goes as a full back. You can't commit too early because the half-backs are too clever now.
So Harry Smith, big boots and a big boot of his own. And Wigan extend the lead to 4 points. First try of the game. And a fairy tale moment.
It's
for young Zach Eckersley.
It's a beautiful kick, isn't it? And just watch their stuff being shot there. You know, he's just got to stand centre field.
It's Warrington Wolves 2, Wigan Warriors 6.
So Warrington first points, Wigan first try. We are set up here perfectly as the first quarter edges to its close.
And that's how important penalties are, Brian. You know, you get the penalty, you get field position, you score.
Wigan with a bit between their teeth, and Junior and Samba, 6'5", and what pure muscle.
Well, one of the things you have to know about this Wigan team particularly is that they're going to run hard. It's in their DNA, it's stamped onto their shoulders. You've got to really aim up in and around the middle. We knew that. They defend their line well as well, and we saw for 3 sets they defended their own line, got down the other end, and Warrington couldn't quite match that intensity on goal line.
So Eckersley steps in to spin that one in field. Smith gets his kick away before King can put the pressure on. It's a deep, steepling kick, and Matty Ashton got spooked by it.
That is a brilliant kick. If you just watch this kick in the air, it's a spiral kick that turns over and comes down. You cannot jump at it. You've just got to try and get in the right position. It's a difficult, look at him, his feet are moving, the ball is moving. It's such a difficult kick to take. And Harry Smith would have practiced that, and that's what happens sometimes.
Well, teams put him under pressure. They're making a message about stopping him doing that kind of kick, but talking about it and stopping him are 2 different things, because that was a belting kick.
It was a belter.
So Wigan packed down inside the Warrington 20.
Field at scrum half, look. Just watch, he's going to explode out of that, isn't he, from the back of the scrum.
You two need to get your heads in there.
They're going to try and add the extra number somewhere, aren't they? Whether they come back to this right side where they've got the numbers. Instead, they'll go the other way. It wasn't a great pass. Wardle with plenty to do. Warrington with plenty of numbers.
Well defended.
George, we're your side. George.
Field to Farrell. The captain, the veteran, lays the platform. Cade Ellis now, right into the guts of that Warrington defence. And they're in range. Plenty of willing runners. Smith bumps off one. Now Field trying to pick the lock of this Warrington defence again. Oh, did that touch a Warrington hand? Back to 0. Miskey forced in field. Still going here, Abbas Miskey. Oh, and he went for the big ball for Farrell. And Warrington had to make that.
Warrington just stood off then, didn't he? They just stood off and let them run, and they picked the runners off. It's a risky way to defend.
With so many Wigan runners as well, and willing people trying to hit holes, it's a risky strategy. They're trying to keep connection in their line. They need to move a whole lot further forward together.
Yep.
Abbas Miskey, although a winger, did play at half-back for Wentworthville Magpies in Australia. So it's got a history, albeit in New South Wales Cup. Meanwhile, Smith onto French, dazzling from Bevan French, and Wigan strike again, and it's the X factor of the man from Tinga.
It's a great angle he hits, and he's so dangerous on his feet. Powerful, quick, elusive. Just watch the angle he comes on, goes against the grain. Balance is unbelievable. Just watch. Comes across, cuts inside. Toby King forces him inside, and that's it.
It's hard to stop from there when he's got a running opportunity like that. Toby King, you're right. He throws him back inside. You're hoping some help from the scrum from your back rowers. That didn't come because they were wrong-footed. That's difficult to defend when he's on the fly like that and he's flying at the line.
You gotta tell someone they're flying up. You got to go up together. Made the choice for him, and he just was too good.
Well, you mentioned it before. It's the speed from the back of the scrum and the threat. Means your back rows have to work really, really hard to get out of that to fix that problem. But you're always under anxiety and pressure of what's going to happen. And French thought, well, one job I've got to do is hit this hole as hard as I can, go off my right foot, and there's another score for the Warriors.
Well, this Challenge Cup final has just cracked the way of the Cherry and Whites. After some sparkling play, they've been efficient when they've been in good ball, Wigan.
It's so clinical, haven't they? So clinical.
And so Harry Smith kicked the last one, just composing himself amidst the atmosphere of Wembley, and he's on target. 10-point ball game. It's not beyond Warrington by any means, but Wigan will sense now they are on the front foot.
It's very difficult, you know, as a second rower coming in, Luke Fitzgibbon, so difficult to stop him. He's just so well balanced.
Yeah, it makes him look like a statue, doesn't he? Just with the sheer evasive footwork. So Thompson, right off the back fence, as they say in rugby league. And Wigan now looking to churn up the yards. Mike Cooper, 272 games, a Warrington player. Left under a bit of a cloud, and, well, he's on the winning side at the moment, that's for sure, in Cherry and White. Ellis, another ram raid from him. Thompson and Semba. It can be disruptive. Warrington know it. Hence the gang tackle.
Look at good yardage now by Wigan forwards, getting to the halfway line.
That's a great set after a score, isn't it?
Set. And that's like, you know, that was just a normal kick. It didn't have the spiral in that, so it was easier to take.
Move! Brad, 10 metres.
So Warrington seeking a route through. Roderick Ty will try to provide it, but Muscle, in the shape of the Wigan forwards, provides a roadblock. Ashton, if they give him a yard, he'll snaffle it. Warrington pour forward. Geordie Crowther has entered the fray.
Move now! 10 metres. Go for.
Walker now to Dufty. Another player who can eke out an opportunity from nothing, but it's last tackle here.
Incorrect.
Williams on, they've coughed it up at the play of the ball.
Well, it's just those little things, the little penalties that Williams gave away, gave him field position, the little things that they're not quite doing. Dufty there was an incorrect play of the ball. Brilliant exit set, 5 great carries from the Warrington side, and a damp end to the set.
Yeah, that's all you need to do is put a little kick in, and then, you know, it's a tougher place to come out of for Wigan.
So Wigan leading here. Don't forget, on BBC Sport, there's only one Rob Burrow, that emotional, heart-breaking documentary available on the BBC iPlayer. The Super League highlights are available every week on the BBC Sport website and app. And the 5 Live at Rugby League podcast, a new episode available each week. That is via BBC Sounds. Wigan making inroads again. French to field. Sliver of a gap opened up. Warrington shut the door.
Big set this for Warrington, big set.
Cade Ellis getting the battering ram is out. O'Neill finds Smith. Thewlis with plenty to do through the crowd. No problems that time.
Good catch.
Very good catch, comfortable. When it took off early, when he's in the air, no one can get at him, but just the kick wasn't really high enough for Wigan's case there.
He nearly had too much time to kick that ball, Smith.
Yeah.
Wigan on the back foot here just for the moment as King.
Good run.
Luke Thompson! Luke!
Ashton sipping about.
Move! Good listening, Luke. Go
Walker goes back to Drinkwater. He pumps it straight down the throat of Marshall, and Wigan are already taking the opportunity to strike.
The kicking game is a little bit more controlled from Wigan. They get into field position, they know what they're doing. That was a little bit of rush by Drinkwater, and look where they turn the ball over.
There's a huge prize at the end of this one. At the moment, Wigan have the closest claims on it.
You can't have the prize till they've earned it.
And that play the ball gives Warrington a chance just to make things interesting here.
No, this is a chance for Warrington to put some pressure back on Wigan. They haven't had put Wigan under pressure in the last maybe 15-20 minutes. This is their opportunity. Get up the field, maybe a repeat set, but make them really come from a very difficult position.
Yeah, we've seen the electricity that the likes of Bevan French and Jay Field can provide, and the Warrington players, well, the likes of George Williams and Matt Duffy, not had quite the same influence yet.
Well, this is a quick game for both teams. Both teams are getting down and getting up really quickly. It's going end to end really, really quick. Fatigue will take its toll.
And the gaps open up. People like Williams might have a say as Nicholson pirouettes forward. Williams. Now Joe Bullock, the former Wigan player in the Warrington ranks. Edging closer. Better field position here. Drinkwater. Williams, nice tip on. Oh, Fitzgibbon spilled it, but the defensive cover was really sharp.
Watch out.
Yeah, don't give Jay Field broken field. They nearly did.
And again, just didn't complete the set. Didn't get to the kick. Maybe a repeat set.
Oh no! 10 metres!
Well, they're not going to crack this Wigan line with a one-off play, so they have to build pressure. They have to load the gun before they can fire it, so to speak. So you have to be a bit more patient when they get some possession at Wigan's end.
Yeah.
Third, up and square! Hold.
Cruz leaving on for Wigan at hooker. Patrick Mago too, and he's rampaging. Steamroller like carry. Patrick Mago and is imposing himself on this final already. Fresh off the bench. Smith. The chase on here. Matt Duffy came flying through the crowd, and he might have landed awkwardly there. He might have done himself some damage. But it is play on and a Wigan ball here.
Well, there's no full back there now.
Concern for Duffy. Wigan, meanwhile, ruthlessly playing on, as is their wont. Leeming. This is on here. French desperately herring after it. Duffy kept his calm, kept his cool, and then finds the pass. Thule is still going here. That's more like it.
Yeah, that's a good.
Although, surely that tackle's called held at some point.
Yeah, you've got to give a penalty here.
And duly, Chris Kendall obliges.
Yeah, that'll help. You're not going to get much yardage from that angle. So, but the bit of release that Warrington needed, because those Smith kicks are causing havoc.
We saw Duffy there finally get a yard to work in. So tap quickly, tie on the march, although marching ominously towards the sideline. They're bossing that edge defensively, aren't they, Wigan?
Yeah.
Well, they're bossing the show defensively. They're coming forward and they're in control in that aspect. So Warrington, element of patience.
Yeah.
Joe Bullock, rather like a bumper car, just smacking into the wall that time. Ben Curry, Warrington's error count there. Playing forward to see. Walker spins to Drinkwater. Williams, he played out the back. Almost read by Wigan. King took it in.
I think they got that right, but they just overran it a little bit. They didn't hold their depth, but that play was on.
Fitzgibbon to Drinkwater, throws the dummy. Almost availed. Had man on his shoulder. This is the last one. Williams maybe with the kick. They're going to run it again. Roderick Ty flings the offload. Thewlis with the dab. Marshall with the take. And Wigan with the counter.
You've got to be good to break this Wigan defence down. If you review them as a coach, you say, where are the weaknesses? And the weaknesses only appear if you put them under a little bit of pressure.
Great runs by both wingers there. Look where they are on the penalty. That makes such a big difference. If you can't break the Wigan defence down, that's where on the last tackle the kick becomes important. If you see, you know, Wigan, the bombs from Smith, then the little grubber from French. You've just got to work a way to break it down.
Here we are, boys.
Some frantic moments in both coaching boxes, even though Matt Pete's side 10 points to the good. Still an animated group.
It's a big set, this, you know, just before half-time. Can't afford to let another one in.
Mago was prowling forward with menace. Leeming, they've got the runners there. All the shape to hit here. French dummies.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, he didn't miss, did he, Ben Curry? And he caught one, he says.
6 again.
Too slow at the rook, wanted a penalty there, Ben Curry, or something, but he ended up giving away a set restart. Leeming. Farrell invited to try. Pops the pass to Nsemba, who couldn't take it. Warrington get a defensive win.
They didn't need to do that. Wigan, a repeat set just before half-time. And again, it's
well, it's an element of passiveness from the Warrington defence. They're connected, you could see that. They're hoping that Wigan are going to go in the line and meet them. They've got to keep coming forward with that, because the Wigan players are just skirting the line, and somebody's going to go straight through at one point.
yeah, someone's going to hit a good angle and it'll be all over.
So less than a minute to play in this first half.
Let's go back down, boys.
I think Warrington will have to try and have a look at their tactics. I think they need to get Curry out wider. They need to get Duffy into the game a little bit wider.
No chopping the players in, sorry. Let's go bowling.
And I think they've got to be a little more forceful in the middle against this Wigan team.
Oh, George Williams went for the big cutout. Ty couldn't take it. Goes to touch, and they've invited Wigan back in here right at the end of the half.
It's all about risk and reward and assessing the clock, where you are. They've been battered the last 20 minutes. You've got to just run the clock down and get into touch. Miracle ball, puts themselves under pressure.
So Wigan sensing some frailty maybe here.
Well, they need a goal line stand here, Warrington, for sure.
Mago marching. Leeming. Smith hits French. Footwork from him again. Has he reached and touched it down? Chris Kendall is going to check this one out here.
He thinks he scored. He thinks he scored.
I have no try.
No try on field decision.
Just checking for a knock-on,
Liam
please.
Moore will take a look.
Big decision, this one.
Huge.
Which game was that? This week? No, what's it this week? We've got it on record though.
Okay, the live decision is no try on field, so we're looking to see if Bevan French loses possession of the ball here. That replay doesn't particularly help us. Do we have any other angles? So go real slow here, please. Does the ball come out of the hand? Go real slow on this, please. Go back on this. So in possession, fingers on the ball. Go real slow on this again, please. Keep on any other available angles to help me determine. Go real slow. Any other angles available? Okay, right, I'm going to consider the element now with double movement, so if you can play me this at full speed, please. Right, now if we can go slow on that angle again you've just shown me. So does the ball carrying arm hit the ground, or does it promote the ball to the line? That's the question I'm looking to ask. So go real slow, please. Yep. So stop it there, right there. So at that point the ball carrying arm's on the floor, right? So now I need to determine how this ball ends up towards the line. So go real slow. Tackle's complete at that point. Does it promote the ball to the line? Now you can see he promotes himself. He promotes that ball to get to the line. So can I go full speed, please, on this first angle? Live decisions, no try on field. So go real slow on that angle back, please. This one here, go slow now. Yeah, thank you, I've made my decision.
So Liam Moore has taken a look. And no try. Went up as a no try. And they couldn't find conclusive proof that it was.
Taking a look. His elbow hit the ground straight away, so that was a double movement. We all knew, everyone knew.
I was just being diplomatic.
Yeah, all right, Matt, you were Matt.
Yeah.
Now then, 5 seconds left, out Warrington in a cold possession now. Let's see half-time.
No Hail Marys to be thrown here, I'd imagine. They do have a chance to kick for touch. So it'll be an interesting half-time for Warrington. The siren sounds. Well, they've still got to tap this ball, haven't they? It's not quite half-time. It's on the back of a penalty. Play remains active until now, when the half-time is finally called. Well, it's been a half upon which Wigan have stamped their dominance.
Well, Wigan are solid and kind of been clinical. Warrington have been a little bit too loose for me. They haven't built pressure. They've got to hold on to possession.
Just get the impression that some individuals in the Warrington team want to win this game. They'll only do it collectively, so they've got to be a little bit more controlled. And they've got to...
And it is keep it simple. Build pressure, don't make unforced errors. Key thing is, don't let Wigan score as well. I think if Wigan score, it's game over.
Yeah, Sam had to put the confidence back in them, wouldn't he? He'll be saying, you're still in the game. You've got to cut the errors out and you've got half a chance.
It's one thing, though, saying, isn't it, do what you do every week, forget it's the final. And another thing, actually being able to execute that in your head.
Yeah, and it's unnerving being here. You know, this stage has made people do the most bizarre things over the course of the Challenge Cup history. Grand finals made people do bizarre things. It's a strange performance from Warrington, but it's 40 minutes, and half-time, I think, was just a magical moment for them to get in. And it's a simple fix, Mark. Simple fix for them.
Right, players are back out. Warrington will be attacking the half, bathed in sunshine at the moment. Let's go back to Jonathan and Brian, and first of all, Matt.
Thank you, chappers. So Wigan, who've been here before in big games, know what the task is ahead of them. Warrington need to be much, much better. But thankfully for them, they've got 40 minutes upon which to do it. Brian Noble, Jonathan Davis, what's the key?
Simple message from Sam Burgess. Look after the ball and play the way we practiced. Yeah, you've got to do a bit of defence. For Wigan, Matty P, you're going all right, boys.
Yeah, do the basics well. You know, they've missed 24 tackles. They've made 9 errors and 3 penalties. So you add all those up, and they're not having pretty much pressure on Wigan. So back to basics.
And this set is very much that. Matty Ashton with an outside backs carry, giving those forwards a chance to play from a better position and cause Wigan some problems from there. Scooped up by Walker. Vaughan pummels forward. But Wigan so aggressive, so committed. Walker, though, spotting some space and taking full advantage of it.
Great run.
That's what he does. That's why he's in the England side as well. clipped wide by Drinkwater. Good chase, take that, go backwards. Ashton trying to keep it alive here.
Great kick that was as well. You know, the ball was flighted and they competed for it.
Good starting set from Warrington. Good starting set from Warrington. Wholly different, more direct, taking opportunities. Has adjudicated that Wigan have knocked on here?
Yeah, he threw I think Ashton got the ball back in, and I think French knocked on. So a bit of luck. Ashton throws a bit of a Hail Mary inside and knocks it on. So real opportunity, keep the pressure on.
Damien Johnson's got some half-time news.
Yeah, just had a word with Martin Gleeson, Sam Burgess's assistant. He says we're there physically but not emotionally. It's not like us with too many errors and loose with the ball. We have to play more like us in the second half. Matty Pete said it's a new game in the second half. Warrington will have something up their sleeve. We need to be ready.
They've certainly got something up their sleeve here. Just a couple of metres away. When they play the ball on the back of that scrum, Walker finds Vaughan.
Very slow play of the ball there. They shot out of the line, defensive line. Just Leeming was right up there.
Walker trying to organise, trying to bring players in here. Drinkwater. Williams floats one. Ashton, he's got the gas, but he's into touch. And that is Wigan to a T, isn't it, defensively?
Yeah, it's a great defensive play. Ashton was never going to get there. But you're on the second tackle. Keep possession, build the pressure.
So all season, against probably lesser defences than the Wigan one now, they may have got an opportunity there. It's a little bit of a slight wrong read, but this team are on their game defensively, the cherry and white, so Warrington have to be patient.
Yeah, no thought about getting to the end of the set, threading the kick, repeat set. It was going for broke, wasn't it?
That's what's got them here, so they're going to keep to it. Now a penalty.
That's a cheap one. Joe Bullock trots back. Wigan will waste no time in banging this one to touch. And suddenly, Warrington edging back towards their own goal line. Smith finds Farrell. Already got 3 Challenge Cups to his name with Wigan. Doing in 2022. Wigan through Leeming. Ethan Havard runs into traffic. Ellis dumps off the pass. And this is where Field is dangerous. Warrington bring him down. But there is plenty of promise and menace about their attack here. French runs himself down a cul-de-sac.
He's strong though as well, isn't he?
He is.
He ran down the cul-de-sac and then bulldozed another 10 metres.
Kick from Smith into the corner, and this time it's a confident take, and this is where Matt Duffy can be a threat.
Quick play the ball now, go right.
Yeah, Damien has some more for us.
Oh.
Yes, Lachlan Fitzgibbon, the big second rower for Warrington, has come off at half-time. He's moving very gingerly, I have to say. Had a quick word with him. He's not sure whether he'll be back.
Yeah, he was just in conversation with Mason Leno of Wakefield, who play in the 1895 game, but just unable to keep that ball, Matty Ashton.
Just got to keep possession. You can't just afford to spill the ball all the time.
Their end of sets are not going well for Warrington, which is affecting them. They had a penalty at the end of the last one and now an error on this one, and it's the boys in reflection at half-time were just highlighted all of that.
Smith to Wardle.
You can't give this side like Wigan too many opportunities.
Jake Wardle had a spell at Warrington in 2022. Here comes Liam Byrne. Firebrand of a forward. Ireland international. Finally get the words out. Leeming to Havard. Wigan right in range here. Warrington will be on red alert. Smith swivels French, they've got tackles left here. Field, zipping. Muscular work from Warrington that time. Last tackle. Wardle off the deck.
They only dummied it.
Smith, still going here, Smith. Marshall, he's in touch.
Good tackle. Good tackle, Ty.
Had to be.
Had to be made.
Had to be. But they're a threat every time they get in the ball in attack of Wigan. So if it goes to Smith or it goes to Marshall or Jai Fields chiming in or French is chiming in, you're nervous about what Warrington are doing or not doing. They scrambled there, they got the result, they got a defensive set, but they've got to start finishing sets better and get to the other end of the field.
And look at Wigan, nothing loose. Just finish the set. Smith look for the kick.
Drinkwater wants a quicker run. Wigan slowing it down. Not to the suspicion of Chris Kendall. As Jordan Crowther wrestles. And Sam Powell is on against his old club. 300 games he surpassed recently. And now Matty Ashton with some space to work in. Warrington making a few more yards here. Nice little push back on the inside. That time for Matt Duffy. Is some space going to open up here? Powell finds Drinkwater. Albus Miski, though, confident under the high ball, although he didn't take that one. And Jay Field has to mop up here.
Yeah. It's a better position to start the set for Warrington. Big defensive set, no needed.
And they've got some line speed, haven't they? They are jumping off and getting up into Wigan faces here, although Wardler's slightly turned that on its head.
Two good runs.
Liam into Havard. Warrington stand firm. There are game breakers in both teams, and here's one of them in the shape of Jay Field, but smothered. Back play, I think it's Jordan Crowther who looks at.
Yeah, he's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah. Matt Duffy out of backfield. He has got turbo. Not when he's being smashed to the ground by Junior Nsemba.
What are you doing, Matt? You step back and play the ball. Stop trying to milk a penalty. Step back.
Chris Kendall just wanting the ball played off the correct mark, and Crowther is really struggling.
He wants to stay on to run it off. He's no use to anyone there.
Going to want a penalty for some zealous defence, but Chris Kendall satisfied. There was no issue.
Yeah, I think he ducked under the Nsemba challenge. There's no contact.
Powell to Vaughan.
They're winning defensively, aren't they, Wigan, at the moment?
Real tough.
Yeah, even the likes of Vaughan and Harrison haven't had routes through. Bullock, who's come on. Nicholson looking for an option. He was able to promote. Nobody there. So Warrington have it off the toe of Williams. Straight down the throat of Miski. Wigan back on the attack.
Well, it was real under pressure. And the backfield of Wigan, Miski, Marshall.
The difference in quality of the kicking is poles apart at the moment.
Yeah.
Wigan in total control, know where they want to put it, good communication. Warrington, again, a bit flimsy and loose.
Zane Musgrove is on, experienced, played in the NRL, played for Samoa. So he's no slouch. A big unit as well, Roderick Ty.
I tell you what, Jay Field is just looking for that opportunity to go through. He's getting inside passes, he's showing up on the end of thing. He really wants to make his mark on this game.
Lehman just strolls to the play of the ball like he's on a Saturday afternoon walk. Smith. Tester at the back hit. Duffy's come to take it. Didn't. Nobody can touch it. And they're almost trying to shepherd it there, Josh Thewlis. And then the penalty goes against Warrington. Well, that was a total mix-up and a fudge from the wire.
Yeah, I'm not sure Matt Duffy will be looking at a lot of the things he's doing today. His energy's good, his excitement is good, his movements are good, but some of his actions are not the best.
He's got to catch that.
Wait, Jake, wait now, back.
He's got to catch it. He's the one coming forward. He's the full-back. He's got to dominate that area.
So Wigan looking to punish another Warrington error. It could be costly. It could be game-changing. Burn. Savage carry. Wigan can almost stretch out and touch the chalk. Leeming has it. Smith.
Paul, get square at marker.
Warrington scramble.
Move now, Joe. Get square.
Leeming has plenty to hit.
Space, free.
It's Havard. Who is his option? Will it be a big bopper? Will it be a craftsman? It's Ellis. Cade Ellis not far away.
Good defence there.
Last tackle, a yard out, if that. Field. Oh, Wardle. Slipped through the fingers. And that's turnover.
Well, they aimed up there, Warrington. They had a good goal line stand, a good lot of goal line defence, which gives them the opportunity to go back at Wigan.
Yeah, it's good character there. From another mistake, put themselves under pressure.
What have Warrington got in their locker? Again, they're playing out their own end of the field. Again, that means big yardage needed. Again, Wigan have the control. They have the defensive line speed. The other side suffocating Warrington at the moment. Here they go, Williams, King. Lashed him with a little flash of space. Only a flash. Williams again, maybe a little wrap around here, but Vaughan instead plunders the yards.
Good set from Warrington, plenty of metres made, right part of the field.
Powell whips it to Drinkwater. Oh, he was looking for that ball back on the inside. Does find an offload, but Wardle comes out and shuts Duffy down.
Well, that's just another example of Warrington just be fretting over everything that happens at the end of sets. They should have been prepared just to kick that ball into a corner and earn the right to have another crack at Wigan. And yet they were trying to make a play up.
Yeah, it was again just no real commitment, understanding, and it's a poor, Drinkwater play. Just gets wrapped up so easy. So again, no pressure on the Wigan defence whatsoever.
Robbie Hunter-Ball keeping a keen eye over this one. Might be spotted, Rob.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from Warrington coming out. The intensity in the middle of the park has been just what they needed. Yes, they need to finish their sets off a lot stronger, but for me, Warrington need to put something. They need to figure out a way of putting some points on the board. They don't want to be going into the last 15 minutes of this game chasing, and then which will mean they'll have to loosen up the play because Wigan will just strangle out the rest of this game. The intensity is not going to drop from Wigan. Warrington need to figure out a way of breaking down their defence.
Well, they won't get the ball back this time.
Great take that is. That's a brilliant catch under pressure.
Yeah, commanding from Thewlis, wasn't it? And he had to take one for the team in getting up there to pluck it.
Yeah, great catch. Great competition.
Matty Ashton desperate to work himself into the game. So quick. Such a good finisher, but we're going to have strangled the life out of Warrington in the middle. And no chance for them to really expose any frailties that may well exist. Not that there are many. Another bell ringer from Thompson on Duffy. But he's just running himself laterally. It's a bit touch football at the moment, isn't it, from Warrington?
They need to go forward first. They need to get that yardage up front, tie everyone in.
Williams with the kick. Miski underneath it. Oh, it was a good attempt there from King, but Miski's got the bounce. It's Wigan ball.
Move!
After all that.
Wait. Go on.
Looks like a knock-on.
Did to me, but I think referee came off his chest.
Yeah, maybe getting away with on there. Either way, O'Neill offers that one up to Wardle.
This game has been played at a really fast pace, despite its efforts and intensities on both sides. Wigan managing that a whole lot better than Warrington. Something's going to give in this last 20 minutes.
Last 20 is going to be some tired legs out there.
Yeah, still just the 10 points in it. 2 scores converted, 1 converted, of course. The difference at the moment. Smith now field, waiting for the pass for Farrell. That's trademark Farrell. Liam Farrell, the Wigan captain, batters his way to the line and might just have scored. Chris Kendall will send this up to the video referee with a try-on-field decision, but it might well be a captain's knock for those in cherry and white. Cue Liam Moore.
There's 2 players contesting the ball. 2 players, no, yeah. He's allowed to go and contest the ball.
Maintain possession for the ball. But should the referee finish on a slow replay, please? Yeah, this is the one, please. So confirm he's in possession at this point. Go real slow, slow down, and see the ball is grounded. I've made my decision. Could be a try, Chris.
So Liam Farrell has been there, done it on many occasions for Wigan. And now as captain, he has stepped up and done it again. Classy play. Jayfield's pass delicious. Farrell's finish. Wigan now in the box seat.
How many times have we said this? When they crab across, someone's going to hit the hole. Same thing, same thing, same thing. What an angle that is. Runs a blindside shoulder of George Williams, and he's got the pace to do it. Just watch it. He crabs again, crabs across. George Williams turns in, bang, outside shoulder, and he's great at finishing these things.
Well, it's been coming, hasn't it, Jonathan? And it's a great line from Liam Farrell, and it still had to be scored. He still had to do all the tough stuff. But they cracked a little bit there again. They'll be thrilled with that, the Wigan coaches and the Wigan team themselves.
And now that end of Wembley, bathed in cherry and white, are looking to celebrate yet another trophy in the cabinet. Harry Smith winding up the kick. And they have hit Warrington where it hurts with a try from their talismanic skipper, Liam Farrell, created by Jayfield. So Smith looking to slot this one. And it's good. Perfection off the tee from Smith.
Well, they thought they'd miss Kieran, but Eckersley scored. Smith hasn't missed a kick, so this is the finish again. Hole opens up, the crabbing across. Good finish again. Beautifully works right.
Well, you're right, Jonathan. The key thing there was he attracted George Williams to jump out of his slot, which gave Farrell the hole to run through.
So Wigan have at least a hand on the cup at the moment. What have we got? Just over 11 minutes to play, or should have, that's my poor maths, isn't it?
Yes.
21 minutes to play.
Yeah, Wigan aren't going to change anything, are they? They're just going to keep on going up the middle, get in field position, putting the kicks in.
There's still a quarter of the game left, which is, but you still sense that Wigan, with their efficiency across the park, efficiency in good ball, efficiency in defence, Warrington need a sprightly reply. So a kick from Smith, hoisted. There's 2 going after that for a moment. Eventually Dufty took control. Robbie Hunter-Paul.
Yeah, well, I've changed my tune. After that try from Wigan, you know, Warrington have got to loosen up their play. my point before was they had to keep as tight as Wigan were and then figure out a way of playing within their structure and scoring points. But now when you're chasing the game, the cup final does weird things to you. It folds that time. 20 minutes will turn into 5 minutes before you know it. So you've got to throw a little bit more caution to the wind. This is where Williams and Dufty need to get together. They start to have to put on some real special plays and start really testing this Wigan defence, because they're not going to go away.
Of course, Williams doing just that. Last tackle, though, here for Warrington. Drinkwater has time to get the kick away. He's hung it up. Ty's there, so is Thewlis. Ty took it, but I think Marshall almost pinched it off him. Thewlis has it back, goes for the kick. It's all a bit scruffy, isn't it? But
that's a result.
Got a result there, he did, yeah.
Played out by Wigan. Back now with Warrington. They have some field position. There they have the cool, the calm and the sus to unpick Wigan. Powell to Drinkwater. Williams lurking round the back. Now they've got an overlap. Oh, it was a crucial touch from Abbas Miski because Warrington were in.
Well, he needed to do that, Miski, because they were stripped for numbers on the edge there. Warrington had finally got themselves a situation of a 3-on-1, and yeah, Toby King's holding his head in his hands because he thought he was in at the corner.
He got to throw a dummy there, and he Dufty. It's like he came forward it. The one thing though Wigan did, when one went in, they all went in, and they got away with it. Chance missed by Warrington.
Well, they've still got the position. They've got the extra set here, but they haven't got an exposed Wigan defence this time. Drinkwater finds Williams. Laid past to Dufty. Slips one. What a time for Dufty to come up with something mercurial here. Set restart for Warrington. Piling on the pressure. Finally building some pressure.
Move now! Hit the line!
Danny Walker looks for Powell. Turn back now. Into traffic for Musgrove. And some jam to be involved in there. Walker swings. Williams. Is it taken high? Chris Kendall says yes.
Well, it's this prolonged period of pressure that we've spoken about that Warrington need.
Yep.
Can they remain patient in this set, get themselves over?
As you said, there's 19 minutes left. They score here again, you know, it's back on.
Off the ball now.
Under the posts, Harrison. Walker pops one up there for Musgrove. That was a good old swing of the leg that time. Williams looking to probe, drops one off here for the mobile Nicholson. Dufty rolls it. Miski trapped in goal.
And again, that just me sums the game up. Second tackle, that is. After two tackles, you know, they get the ball back, and I think, but they've got to build. There's no one in control here.
I don't want to go down the tactical route and have to put someone in on the side there. Come on.
So a drop out to come from under the posts.
That's where I'm going to have to go. 10 seconds. Let's go, Harry.
And they could have had a couple of other further stabs at goal at the goal line there. Ashton will he race it back? Harrison will cart it. Son of Carl, the former Great Britain international, played on the old Wembley for Great Britain. There's only one Rob Burrow available on the iPlayer, by the way.
This Wigan defence is tough.
It is tough.
Walker spins out to Drinkwater, popped up to Musgrove, who has started to hit those hard lines, hasn't he? Looking to make an impact late on here. Walker, miss pass. Drinkwater to Williams. Now they're exposing some gaps here. Miski on the back pedal. Dufty! Now the Warrington fans have something to cheer. Best piece of play of the match from those in primrose and blue. And they're on the board on the try chart anyway.
And that's where you want him. That's what he's there for, Dufty. Just to get, you know, to attack the outside channels, come up against a slower, bigger forward. He cuts inside. Lovely, lovely try, Matt Duffy.
Well, they got some possession, and they've had a while of possession, and they got some goal forward, and Williams and Drinkwater moved with a great synchronicity, and then they had to execute on the ring, and Matt Duffy ran. He took the option of running this time, and watch Williams round, Drinkwater round. Here comes Duffy, challenging the outside shoulder, the inside shoulder of the Wigan defenders, trying to get across.
Yeah, he comes inside. They all try and cover for the corner. He cuts inside 3 defenders. And you see it, you know, that's a tired forward, Junior December. Just can't get there. He's given everything, and now the legs will tire. The big forwards. It's a lonely place when you're on your own out there. And Duffy made the most of it.
And suddenly those Warrington fans have found their voice. Suddenly this cup tie, this cup final is back on.
They scored again, and then it's on.
But I still believe the key is patience. They've got to get some repeated sets down there and put the Wigan great defence that we've seen all afternoon under pressure. We'll see the crack if they can put it under pressure.
Ashton Fields, Musgrove was there in attendance, but he took it in himself. So back to a 10-point ball game. Back to a contest that could still yet swing. Musgrove clatters forward. Walker now to Drinkwater. Williams pops it. Nicholson, oh, is he dumped? He certainly was dumped, but I think it was in the legal sense.
Liam Farrell's such a workhorse, isn't he? Leads by example.
Yeah, head down into tackles, shutting things down. And Samba on Musgrove. Last one here for Warrington. What about the kick? Why are they going to run it here? Drinkwater to Williams, who gets snared. Cheap end to a set.
Yeah, again, I just thought, you know, it's a poor finish to a set after a good set by the forwards. Just a little bit disjointed, you know, they were as if they weren't prepared for that last tackle play.
Yeah, they needed to kick the ball in the corner or kick it with a bit of competition in mind, not just Andy over on the 30-metre mark.
Mike Cooper back on. Jay Field just trying to stir his teammates. Game's not won yet. Energy still needs to be high. Marshall, who leads the meters in this one. 135 before that last carry. Wigan making little gains through the middle. Clip into backfield. Being chased hard, but it's just overruns Wigan. Warrington will get it back here.
Sam, turn over, middle.
Well, I think Wigan are just trying to establish some field position there and back their defence and challenge Warrington to get out of your own half, get down to the end, because you've only done it once.
So Roderick Tye seeking a route through a wall of cherry and white. Gaps few and far between.
Still very, very solid, good line speed. Just feel they're still in control defensively.
Granite-like defence from Wigan. The trademark of their play. Musgrove foiled again. Walker dancing. Not much for Ben Curry to work with there. And it does look a little bit like, you know, we'll just drop one off and we'll drop one off. Maybe they've got someone up their sleeves here. Thewlis on the bounce.
It's very lateral, that is, and they're not going to do anything against the Wigan defence. And look,
they're going to get dragged into touch.
You know, someone's got to offer themselves and cut the line, because they're just standing off and drifting out. And look at them, how many defenders on the wing are here? There you go, good comes inside. 3-on-1, look. Pick him up, drag him in, thank you very much.
Well, there's a large bulk of this Wigan team that played at 2022 at Tottenham, won the Challenge Cup there, won Grand Finals, won a World Club Challenge. There has been movement, there has been players going out and coming in, but many of these players have that battle-hardened experience of a final. Warrington, for all of some of their big game experience, don't have that muscle memory of winning a trophy. The way they dismantled St Helens in the quarter-finals will give them hope that they have some keys.
This is the side to beat, though, Wigan, this year again. Just tough, do the basics well, take their opportunities.
Smith pushes back to French. He's got runners, he's got options, he doesn't need them at the moment. Brad O'Neill, another of those workhorses. Thompson just running the tanks down of those Warrington middles. In range here for O'Neill, maybe. French snares it from behind him. It's a solo effort here from him. Tufty just got there in time and still hasn't been brought down eventually.
Well, he did great there, Dufty.
He did.
We've challenged some of the things he's done, but that's a definite try save from him.
Out of nothing, Bevan French almost created very much something. But Warrington really haven't a chance. There are, and this is panic stations. Carry on, says Chris Kendall. Wigan were paying for the decision there. Walker to Musgrove.
Good angle.
Williams, nice line. Oh, good hands. Somehow, Matty Nilgerson, stick-em stuff that from him. Drinkwater to Williams. Now the shape is on. Oh, and he couldn't take it in. And Eckersley has pounced.
Again, just holding the line a little bit. They were just a little bit flat there. They created the space once again. Unlucky, very unlucky for Warrington. But again, they spill the ball over and they're on the attack.
Field almost away. Desperate claw back that time from Roderick Ty, and now he's after Marshall. Wigan may be sensing that it's a Warrington side rocking it. The energy levels sinking. Cooper, once the doyen of those in primrose and blue, now playing for Wigan. Smith, big ball wide. Great defensive read from Ashton, and they haven't snared him. And Semba.
Watch out.
And now Bevan French, from a standing start, even then causes problems.
Wait, Danny.
Still Warrington rocking. Still Wigan chomping away.
They do. They take the settler in, don't they? That's the difference. Take a settler in, get organised.
Harry Smith with the drop. Game management on a play, but he missed it.
Missed game management, Matt.
Game mismanagement. There we go. Warrington breathe just about. Still has not gone through.
You'd be thinking, how did he miss that? But look where they are again, with 7 tackles now.
So Warrington look to drill it forward now through Vaughan. Time for him to stand up. Senior member of that forward pack. Played for Australia, played for New South Wales State of Origin, series winner in that elite level contest. They need him more than ever. Walker, back to Powell. Missed out in 2022 with Wigan as he was suspended. Drinkwater, oh, lovely hands for Ty. Matt Tufty with some silk.
It's good defence once again.
Yeah, no route through. Jake Wardle making sure of that. Williams now.
It's on, yeah.
Straightens things up. Wide it goes to King. They haven't shut him down yet. Paul Vaughan now looking to hop, skip and step. Really his game.
There's no lack of effort from this Warrington team.
Time against them. A score now might just make it interesting. Drinkwater rolls it. Smith touched it backwards. Wigan survive. This cherry and white machine. Challenge Cup winners 2022, Super League winners 2023, World Club Challenge winners back in the early stages of this season. All 4 cups only been done twice. Wigan in the modern era yet to achieve it.
He carries the ball well, doesn't he, Niski?
Niski.
Just carries it so
strong,
well.
Isn't he? Strong in the hips. And
last one here for Wigan.
He might look for touch here.
yeah.
Harry Smith certainly bangs it down the ground. Thewlis has to backpedal and then slips, not for the first time. Warrington now into snooker's territory in terms of getting themselves something out of this game.
Yeah, they've got a long way to go to get down the other end, to get their second score, to get them into the game. This cherry and white defensive machine don't look like giving up anything.
They just haven't made the dents, have they, into the forward defensive line to create the space out wide. Just watch them. So many numbers defensively. They haven't caught them on the back foot at all.
Duffy, apart from the score, has been well accounted for. Williams likewise. They have just smothered and swarmed. Danny Walker just outside the 40, so it won't be a 40-20 if he lands it. Marshall with a chance here to counter for Wigan. But they'll just be happy to just sink a couple of carts forward and get the kick away. Final 5 minutes. And Wigan on course for Challenge Cup 21.
Well, Warrington have been better in this second half, Matt. Been a lot better. Damage was done really in the first half, and Wigan have just been methodical this second half and done what they've had to do.
So where will this kick go? Towards touch. Thewlis will run it back though for Warrington. Until that hooter sounds, they've been charged with the attitude, haven't they? Till the end. At the moment in vain.
Yeah, they didn't build enough pressure in the first half, I think.
So Matty Ashton finding no route through. Danny Walker, normally so effective at that, spotting defenders off their mark, but Wigan so relentless. Well, there's dart from Drinkwater that time. There's an air of inevitability about this now, although Williams looking to change things late on here. Williams spins it, Nicholson, ex of Wigan, still alive here. Oh, an obstruction call.
And I think that is it.
Yeah.
2024 Betfred Challenge Cup final is 64,845. Thank you for your fantastic support here.
Almost 65,000 here at Wembley. Chance to pay tribute to Rob Burrow, the late Rob Burrow, a rugby league great, a wonderful human being, died at the age of 41. And those Wigan fans have had chance to see their side cruise towards a trophy. Another trophy in their burgeoning cabinet. So Wigan tap it through Wardle. Inside the last 3 minutes. Farrell, such an important try to take the game away from Warrington.
Was literally a game breaker, wasn't it, that moment?
Cade Ellis with the cart.
Just take it up now. Back to Smith, kick. so effective. You know,
Mike Cooper with an offload.
Oh, Cooper, Thompson, you know, they've all done just their job. Everyone's done their job.
With real simplicity, real dominance and power. So Luke Thompson with a big rumble. O'Neill spins it to Smith. Here goes Bevan French, looking to light up this final once again here. Bevan French looking to roll the kick in behind. Couldn't quite make it that time. As Warrington clear the decks. And now King finds Ashton. And the play goes down. Penalty goes Warrington's way. But in the meantime, the Lance Todd Trophy winner for 2024 is Wigan's wonderful schemer, wonderful playmaker, Bevan French. A deserved award, had a big part to play in this game, and he has been recognised by the Rugby League Writers and Broadcasters Association for his efforts.
Made the first, scored the second.
And looked like a threat every time he carried the ball, which puts palpitations in defences.
Paul Vaughan looking to put some palpitations on here, but the game's so far gone now. It will be a near consolation. Last minute then. Drinkwater pushing Williams. It would almost be cruel if Warrington scored now. A little bit of scruffiness there. Chris Kendall happy for play to continue. One last dig here from the wire. Ball goes loose, back to 0. And then a penalty for offside. So one last crack. Here from Warrington. As George Williams thought about the kick there. Dufty, the ball goes to touch, and that is it. The 2024 Betfred Challenge Cup winners are Wigan, and they extend their record to 21 trophies in this wonderful, most famous and historic of competitions. They have ground down Warrington and blown them away and come up with the spoils. Super League, World Cup Challenge, League Leaders Shield and Challenge Cup, all in the space of 9 months. Remarkable.
Super efficient, super game today from Wigan. Knew what they were doing. That last place from Warrington probably epitomised their day. Thoroughly deserved. Hard to beat when they're on.
Yeah, what a defensive effort by Wigan, and just did everything correctly. Good yardage, good kicking game, built the pressure, scored the tries when the opportunities came. And that was it, really. They just strangled Warrington in the midfield. Couldn't get the goal forward to get their exciting backs, to run. So a very, very